The New York Knicks' stunning elimination in the Eastern Conference Finals this past postseason revealed one undeniable truth. The roster isn't quite there yet. Despite the solid performances of Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, the Knicks were simply outmatched by the Indiana Pacers in their 125-108 Game 6 loss. That final game encapsulated their season-long struggles, efficiency, and defensive mismatches that held them back from going further. But to understand why the Knicks fell short, you need to rewind back to the summer of 2022, a pivotal moment when their roster was shaped around a bold vision. It was the offseason where New York made waves by acquiring Jalen Brunson, a clear upgrade at point guard, but it was a secondary move that would eventually haunt them. After signing Brunson to a 4-year, $104 million deal, the Knicks also scooped up little-known backup center Isaiah Hartenstein on a 2-year, $16 million contract. A seemingly low-risk, high-reward signing turned out to be a game-changer. Hartenstein, while not flashy, turned out to be the backbone of New York's success. He provided critical support in both offensive rebounding and defense, areas where the Knicks flourished during their strong stretches. However, the Knicks' decision to sign Hartenstein to just a 2-year deal was ultimately their downfall. While Brunson became the face of the franchise, Hartenstein's value was undeniable. He became the engine that kept the wheels turning on a team built around an offense that relied heavily on isolation play. The Knicks' offense was ranked 4th in 2023 and 7th in 2024, but they never quite excelled in half-court execution. The ball-dominant style of Brunson led to frustrating end-of-shot clock situations where Hartenstein's deft flip shots and playmaking often bailed the team out. His underrated defense also kept New York afloat, with many analytics considering him a top 5 defender in 2023. The problem? With only 2 years on his deal, the Knicks could only offer Hartenstein a modest 75% raise when he hit free agency in 2024, resulting in the Oklahoma City Thunder offering him a lucrative $30 million contract. Had they extended Hartenstein's deal or found a way to carve out more cap space, the Knicks could have kept him. But their failure to lock him down left them exposed. A big swing and a miss. After losing Hartenstein, the Knicks roster took an immediate hit. Mitchell Robinson, the other starting center, was sidelined for a significant part of the regular season due to injury. This forced New York into a precarious situation. The front office had already invested 5 first-round picks in the McCall Bridges trade and now had no starting caliber center to pair with Julius Randle and Brunson. Desperate to reshape the roster, Leon Rose made a move that would alter the entire dynamic of the team. A blockbuster trade for Karl-Anthony Towns, giving up Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick. The Knicks' plan was clear: move away from their grit and grind identity and build an offensive juggernaut that could space the floor and run a potent 5-out system. But it didn't materialize as expected. While the team cracked the top 10 in half-court points per play, their offensive output dropped from 4th to 5th, and their lack of offensive rebounding left them exposed. More importantly, the defensive gaps created by Towns and Brunson's pairing were too wide to ignore. At this point, it's clear that the Knicks' future hinges on the Towns experiment. If he can't be paired with Brunson to create a viable championship contender, then the team may have no choice but to move on. Towns has shown he can be a part of strong defensive teams. The 2024 Timberwolves had the best defense in the league with Towns playing alongside Rudy Gobert. But the Knicks don't have that luxury with Robinson's injury history. Trading Towns would be a difficult decision, especially since his Supermax contract limits the pool of interested teams. The New Orleans Pelicans could be a potential trade partner, with Zion Williamson's offense needing a shooting big like Towns to optimize spacing. But it's uncertain whether New York can get fair value in return. The team's trade for Bridges also raised questions about their future strategy. New York overpaid for a versatile wing who doesn't fit perfectly with their needs. Now, Towns is a harder sell because of his specific skill set and hefty contract. What about free agency? If the Knicks go the free agent route, their options are limited. Chris Paul could be a possibility, though he's more likely to stay out west. If they decide to explore bargain signings, players like Russell Westbrook or Ben Simmons could be viable, especially for their bench units. While they may not be long-term solutions, they could provide some minutes and ball-handling relief when Brunson rests. The reality is that the Knicks need to be bold. Waiting another year may not be an option. The PDE